It's hard to get in shape. It's hard. It's hard to get in shape. It's easy to maintain. It's hard to get there. That's why you won't see a lot of people get in shape. You can't handle the 30-day blitz, because I think that's a beautiful statement. Now, why? It's tough, but it's not just tough physically, it's tough mentally. And then if I tell you to cut back from 100% to 70%, you're overtraining. The body's not utilizing the food. Cut back. Jeffrey's here and Mona's here when I'm doing my talks with people. And the thing is, one of the things I still need that.
I know. I'm gonna give it to you.
One of the big things is, and I think most of you guys know this, clarification. That's a word that I don't want you ever to use on here. And the reason why is because for some reason, you check in, I give you the response, you begin it and get going on it. So then there comes this other thing where I got to keep going and finish everybody. Again, you guys know this takes a lot of time. And so if then you come back and go, hey, I need some clarification, this is something that won't happen. I'd rather just give you your money back if that's the kind of person you are. If you need to be told 5 times what to do, I give you the information, get moving on it, kick ass. The reason I say this is because if I give you enough time, if I say, hey, I'm going to give you 2 hours to ask me every question you ask, you're going to just make up questions at some point. And last weekend I was at an appearance and it got to that point. It got to the point of going, let me ask you, and it's health and fitness. Trust me, this is a lifetime of a venture that you're going to be asking your questions every single day. And so I'm not saying there's not questions. What I'm saying is there's such a vast amount of questions that you can take up somebody's day. You really could. And the great thing about having Mona at appearances is because sometimes people don't have the common sense. They come up and they meet me and they ask me, hey, I always say, hey, do you have a question? Is there something that you want to ask me now that we're face to face? And some people will be like, well, that's cool. All right. Yeah, let me ask you this. And they'll ask a question. Now, sometimes what happens is you got a line of people waiting to talk to me and Mona, and somebody will sit there and just ask question after question.
Well, I feel like those type of people are like, when you drive and somebody stops, it's a one-way street, they stop right in the middle of the street and they don't care about what's going on behind them because they are in the middle of the street, stop talking to someone. So
she's from New York, so
they don't care about what's going on behind
I don't care. I'll stop right here.
Yeah.
Everybody that pulls up behind me, I don't care.
I don't care.
And so
wait, I'm talking. No, it's not. That's not how it should be, though.
So some of the stuff Jeff was hearing was this. Jeff was hearing me saying, listen, the questions you're asking, did I put that down on the check-in? No. Then your answer is no. I mean, it's really that simple. Did I say you can have ice cream at the end of your meals today and every day?
No.
No. So don't ask me if you can have ice cream at the end of the meals. It's not there. And could you ask that? Sure you can. But right now, like I told you all, it's hard to get in shape. It's hard. It's hard to get in shape. It's easy to maintain. It's hard to get there. That's why you won't see a lot of people get in shape. And that's why I also talk to you guys about saying, listen, after we get you there, be consistent about keeping it. So with that being said, you guys could ask hundreds and hundreds of questions. That's not the point. The point right now is for me to give you the right information, move forward week by week, and get better. Now, by the end of the 16 weeks, it is a course. You're going to have learned so much just by doing it that you'll answer a lot of the questions yourself at that point. See, the point here isn't for me to train you for the lifetime. The point is for me to train you for a period of time until you can go be a leader and you can train others and spread the word of power bodybuilding and my beliefs on how you should train, especially for longevity. So that's the kind of stuff that I would like you guys to do and move forward in doing. What I won't do is this. I don't have, listen, you guys know the 30-day blitz is hard, right? Mona told you
Well,
you can't handle the 30-day blitz, and I'm thinking about making
that
a
was
shirt
right.
that says you can't handle the 30-day
That was
blitz,
right, though.
because I think that's a beautiful statement. Now, why? It's tough, but it's not just tough physically, it's tough mentally. And so when one of the new members said, "Hey, I'm starting the 30-day blitz," and he's all doing the cheerleading and everything like that before he starts, I'm like, tone it down. Don't post this stuff. Don't say how jacked you are about starting this. Just go into this very quietly, humbly, and attack it. Because two things may happen. One is you may not even finish the first week and you're already writing going, holy sheesh, I'm getting my ass kicked. Or the second one is you just stop. So what's happened so far is the first point. It's been not even the first week, not even finished the first week, only about 3 or 4 days in, and is already going, wow, this is hard. So again, that's my point about doing the 30-day blitz. Keep it level, keep your attitude down, stay quiet. Attack this like a ninja. Nobody knows you're doing it. And don't put out that energy of like, this is what I'm doing. And the reason why I'm saying that is this. That has to go with this training right now too. The Titan Challenge 3 is tough and is only going to get tougher. That's why you guys see the check-ins get less and less every other week. They get less and less because people fall off. And that's health and fitness. That's me wanting it more for you than you want it for yourself.
That's how it looks like.
Because if you wanted it as bad as I did and how bad I want it for you, you'd finish this program. So the final word every week is you're doing your plan, you check in, I tell you what to do next. And that's the great thing about, you can have the Titan meal plan and the Titan training and all this stuff. Additional is me telling you every couple of weeks what little minute things you have to change for you that nobody else is going to do, except I need this to be done by you. That's what you're not going to get with anybody else or anything else. That's not what you're going to get with an ebook. I'm going to fine tune this for you.
You were talking and you reminded me about something. When I competed back in the day, you know, Carlo, my guy that helped me.
Oh, yeah.
So he said to me, it was my first competition, and he said to me, when you get really, really hungry, then call me. And I was like, oh, great. So I got really hungry. I was down at Jersey Shore. I was like, I got to call Carlo. So I was like, Carlo, man, I am so hungry. What do? He goes, suck it up. That's what you're going to do.
I love it.
I was like, you actually had me call you when I'm hungry.
You had that chip in the pocket, like he's going to take care of this.
Give me something. He goes, suck it up. Get back on the plan. Do you want to win this or you just want to like show up? I was like, oh my God.
And I want you guys to win it. And I want you guys to have that same attitude. Okay. So and I don't care that it's hard. I know it's hard. I have this person that I train, and he always says the same things every week. You don't understand. I'm dieting hard. I'm doing the workouts. I'm doing the I'm doing all this stuff. And it's always funny because as soon as he says, you don't understand, I'm shut down mentally. I'm done.
You know what's up.
I'm done. Because I don't care how hard it is on you. I purposely make it harder on me so I can understand the aspects of where we need to go and how far is too far and what is right. And so I've tempted everything so that you never need to say to me, you don't understand. I understand. I understand a busy schedule. I understand the family life. I understand
Michael, you don't have the
work. I understand getting up at 2 a.m. because 3 o'clock is the only time I can train for the whole day. And there's not a second. And again, we're not typical. So I understand the concept of the worker. We do 7 days a week. We don't do Saturday, Sundays off. We still work Saturday and Sundays. Mm-hmm. Our schedule does not change. Now, we have chosen that, and we love that. It gives us about 3 months more than everybody else because we don't take weekends and vacations and stuff. But that being said, I cannot want this. Mona cannot want this. Jeff and the whole team, Serge is over here, Luke is over here, and Bobby is an additional employee now. And Bobby said the same thing as everybody. We cannot want this more for you then you want it for yourself. So when you are ran down, when you are tired, when you're like, hey, I think I'm going around the wrong road or something like that. You're not. You're not. Your body's going to go through and try to fight you. And that's why you get to check in with me and I get to talk to you and go, listen, I understand this happens. You know, I sent Mary a message today because she didn't check in. And she's dealing with something that I've dealt with in my life. And so I understand the issues and what's going on. And I gave her the same advice I gave myself back in the day. Stay on the nutrition the best you can while you're going through this process. And that is going to set her up to win later down the road, even though she has to deal with what she's dealing with right now. She's going to get ahead of 90% of people that are similar to what she has to deal with right now. So we all got these pains in the butts and the struggles and stuff. But if I put down a change on your plan, do not clarify that with me. Don't message me. Don't message. Remember, these messages go to Mona and the team. So you're messaging them, and Mona.
We only show you what kind of makes sense. If it doesn't make sense,
Mona's quicker to remove from the Titan group. First in class. So there's no clarification. Again, if the Titan meal plan says something different than what I said to you just now, get in touch. Make sure you're with the team. Make sure that they try to make those adjustments. But here's something you got to understand too. If they can't make the adjustments and my team can't make the adjustments yourself in the meantime until we get back on what you were doing. Okay. If I tell you 50 grams of carbohydrates, cut that food out. Okay. If I tell you this is what's happening, if I tell you to cut back from 100% to 70%, you're overtraining. The body's not utilizing the food. Cut back. Back to Jeffrey's point.
What up?
What was your point when you heard me say that earlier today?
About the no changes?
Yeah.
That could sound very disappointing from a customer's perspective that is paying to get, training from you.
So
Because they may think, okay, every conversation, Mike has to give me something new. Like, so Mike has to change something. I'm paying for this. I need to change.
Yeah.
And it's understandable if you don't really know what's going on. What's going on behind the curtain in Mike's mind is why he's doing certain things. But that's probably the worst thing, right?
So there's check-ins, which Jeffrey's talking about, where I say, don't change anything. And so his point onto that, if you couldn't hear that, he's basically saying that a customer's like, well, shoot, I wanted to change something.
Right.
I'm getting a hold of you to change something. I was looking forward to this 2 weeks, and then you're going to change something and make me better. Now, here's the teacher to student, discussion. If you're doing good and your body is working with you, you know what the best check-in is? Me saying, don't change nothing. You're perfect. That means your body's working with you. We're moving in the right direction. You know what you don't want to hear? And there's some Titans on here right now that know it. Holy sheesh. I need you to change this, and then drop this, add this in over here. Check the fluid in the light bulbs over here, or your bioflavonoids attached over here. I give you a list of stuff. You know why? Your body's shutting down. It's not working with it. You might be doing something behind the curtain at Oz, and I don't know about it. And so boom, boom, boom.
There's a whole lot of boom going on.
So
He said boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom. And that's not what you want to hear from me. You basically don't want to hear from the principal.
Yeah. So if there was something, if Mike gave you a check-in and he said, don't check in, that means the previous check-in was gold. There was something in there that sparked something in your body, and that's what we want.
Jeremy says, can we leave him on a high day? No, you're looking too good. We want to build that muscle and keep going. But I don't want to lose those abs, those boy band abs. So let's see. Check-ins are doing good. Again, I do recommend, and I can't force you to do this. I do recommend you to listen to the little 2-minute, 3-minute videos I put up there. I'm doing it for you guys, and there's something in there for you, or has happened to somebody, and maybe what's happening or happened to them may down the road happen to you, and you'll go, oh, I remember Mona talking about this. I remember Mona having the higher fat Piedmontese, which is not even that fat, at a certain time, because this is what she was doing. I remember Jeffrey was changing his physique, but he was maintaining that size so he could build that muscle and retain that muscle. Okay.